So I'm going to speak a little bit about computer security in the age of AI. I'll begin with two examples. The first one is a case where cyber criminals were able to use an internet-connected fish tank that was present in a pretty large casino in Vegas to exfiltrate data out of it. They were able to use the fish tank. They were able to exploit an issue in it, and they were using it to take the data out of that casino. That's one example. The good thing was the casino was using cybersecurity technologies that had AI built in, which was able to detect this unusual traffic, and they were able to fend this attack before it could really become catastrophic. The second example that I have is this one where um, an energy company based out of UK fell victim to a phishing scam. What happens in that case is you get a phone call. So one of the employees in that company got a phone call, and the phone call said that I am the CEO, and the voice actually looked like the CEO. It was so specific. The CEO of that energy company was German, so the voice had a German accent, and the person who received the call could actually see that yes, the voice has a German accent and sounded very familiar to the CEO himself. And he asked him to wire around $250,000 of money to energy supplier in Hungary. And he went ahead, did that transaction, and finally that money was lost by the company. Unfortunately, in this case, the money didn't come back. At least in the case of the casino, they were able to stop that attack, but not in this one. So it brings me to the point that AI security in the age of AI is going to look like this, where you are using the technology to defend ourselves, defend our infrastructures, defend our critical services. At the same time, attackers have also access to this really powerful technology that is giving them more power, giving them more resources to quickly understand their attacks, know more about their victims, and conduct their cybercrimes. If you recall the phishing example that I just said about, all the attackers did was they performed social engineering on who they should be calling, and they performed social engineering on who owns the company, what is the demographics of the person who owns the company, what are the interests, and things like that. That's how they were able to make that German connection and so on. So by using a technology which is as powerful as AI, they were actually able to create an attack that looked very close to someone and like an actual human calling. So let's talk a little bit more about these two use cases. Now that we know that this technology has both positives and negatives of it, I kind of believe that cybersecurity is probably one field where both the positive and negative aspects of artificial intelligence are very well documented. We have known cases of both the positive aspects of it as well as very well documented and known cases of negative aspects of it. So AI as our cyber ally, that is one case where the industry is heavily utilizing the technology to improve our defenses. One of the use cases is handling high volume of data. One example could be Google published a report saying that Gmail blocks 100 million phishing emails every day. So really high volume of data, speedy threat detection, quickly looking at threats, analyzing them, and blocking them in real time. But it also introduces new challenges like deepfakes and impersonation, AI-powered cybercrime. Just a week ago or 2 weeks ago, OpenAI published a report on how cybercriminals are using technologies like ChatGPT to better enhance their cybercrime operations. There are also questions about adversarial attacks on AI that Max also just talked about a little bit. So what does it leave us to? It leaves us into an era where we are using AI to fight AI. It's going to be less about humans fighting with humans, and it's going to be more about machines fighting with machines. So what is my closing thought over here? The closing thought is that our cyber defenses don't hinge on AI alone, but on the wisdom and vigilance with which we use it. It depends on how we are better using the technology for the good. But at the same time, we know that these technologies are accessible to cybercriminal groups as well. And we have to be very vigilant on making sure that we also understand how we better protect them, how we enforce better policies around it, so that when these technologies are built up, shared, or distributed, like the decentralized networks and so on, there should be proper guardrails in place. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.